everybody, welcome back to my channel, Razzle Dazzle. So I wanted to talk about some concerns that I have. We need to talk about this and opinions. I have opinions. I have emotional feelings. I am a human being for all. And I think all of us can see these types of concerns that I have, and they just need to be addressed. And I'm just trying to do it in the nicest possible way. Let's try and set the standards here. I think it'll be good for all of us to learn and get this experience and go through this process. So when you have a hobby, it's very fun and creative and it makes you happy. It brings you joy. It's something you're good at. You're talented at it, and you want to get it up to the business part. So you have to mix the business with your hobby as a fiber artist. And there needs to be some levels of seriousness, but still keep your fun creativity. So there's a balance. We're going to be balancing these things. It's easy to talk the talk, but actually walking the walk, actually going through the process and realizing how much time and energy and dedication it really takes. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of analyzing. And when you're behind the scenes, where nobody else sees the things that you're going through, you're trying to balance family, work, your hobby, your small business. And let's not forget, health concerns. There's a lot of things that people are going through behind the scenes to get on camera and try and act like they're perfect in every way. But we're all human. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not robots yet, anyways. Maybe it's going to come to that and we're all going to be robots and be perfect in every way, but I don't think that's going to solve the problems either. So the auction was tough. I mean, they had the Black Friday sales, so everybody pretty much are broke from that. It's been rough on me too, with the holidays coming up and everything, to have that extra money. So we still need to be respectful, and I kind of have this stuff written down, There's a lot of I don't know how to describe this, desperation, and we're just not going to tolerate the desperation or the begging anymore. It should be, and this is going to be, an honor and a privilege to share memories and experiences with everybody, even if we have to have bumps in the road. There's going to be bumps in the road, and we just have to get through that to get to the point of the smooth sailing. The amount of time and energy that goes into a fiber artist's work is basically priceless. These are one of a kind items that it just takes so much time and dedication to make these items. And they're gorgeous and they're worth every penny. And a lot of you got some really good deals. You got some good deals. I mean, it's mind-boggling. But yeah, you got some good deals. Just I've been sitting back and analyzing personalities, trying to get to know everybody. And that's kind of a hard thing too. It's like you got to automatically figure out personality traits, because you want to reach the right clients and customers. Not everybody likes crochet. It's not for everybody, but there are those people out there that really do love it as an artwork, and they appreciate it and are willing to pay for those items because they know how hard it is. It's a talent. You have to be very talented as an artist to handcraft these things. Every little stitch you do. And there's, you got your easy for beginners, but it still takes a lot of time to do that stuff. It's a very slow works in progress. So you have easy, you have your intermediate, and then you have your advanced. And what I've noticed is a lot of the intermediate and the advanced work are intermingling together, where it's hard to decipher what is intermediate and what is advanced. So I think we really do need to look into that and separate that, because there is a difference between intermediate and advanced. Comes in all forms, shapes, sizes, color changes, all of that. And I really hate to look into the negative part of this, but we need to recognize it in order to get away from it. So, hurting one's reputation, devaluing an individual's work, degrading someone's work, we're just not going to do that anymore. We're not going to tolerate that either. We need to be reasonable, understanding, and learn the complexities of one's work. And we are going to be respected for this. Nobody's feelings should be getting hurt, because everybody's worth it. You're worth it. There's a lot of scientific that goes into it. For a lot of the hand dyers, it's more scientific. As far as the fiber industry we're getting into, and there's a lot of mathematics involved. Mathematical skills, geometry, you got that part too. And it's just, we don't want our cookies to crumble. We don't want that. So we do need to set, some rules and regulations and have a standard. We're going to set a standard for the crochet community. I don't want to make an item for somebody who's just going to throw it in the trash can. Especially if I spent, 2-3 weeks physically hand making something just so somebody can pick it up and throw it in the trash can. We're not going to do that. No. It needs to be respected. These are beautiful pieces of work, and everybody needs to be respected on that. So, that being said, it's just kind of like an opinion I have. I can see it. I know you guys can see it, and we just don't need to be doing that anymore. I'm sorry to say, we're going to hold our noses up a little bit higher. Be a little snotty snot, snooty snoot, whatever you want to call it. But I think it needs to be done a little bit. There's a balance. We got to be in the middle somewhere. I'm just starting out, and I'm still kind of experimenting and figuring things out. It might take me years. I could be, I don't know, like 100 years old and still trying to figure this stuff out, but it's fun hobby. I'd like to start it into a business. I love dyeing yarn, and dyeing the acrylic yarn was extremely challenging for me. It was a lot of fun, but there was a lot of science behind it. It was a lot of work. And I was trying to get that, what do you call it? The Malabrigo. I was really trying to get Malabrigo acrylic, as you can see. I was really trying to get that effect, and it was very hard to do. So I really appreciate it, and I wanted to give a huge thanks to Fiber Jazz Rebecca and Tracy Swan 480. Thank you so much. I mean, it means the world to me, and to kind of give you this experience too, to review the yarn and see your opinions on it mean a lot to me. Because so far, Brian's been working with it. I've been working with it. Manuela, Lady Crochet, has been working with it. I gave some to Nancy, because I want to know what people's opinions are on it. It was a lot of work. And I was really trying to get that price to where it's not all about the money. I tried to get it as low as I could, But also keep in mind that a lot of it's going towards helping Manuela as a fiber artist, and for the Boggy Creek auction for the children. But I just needed that little bit of leeway to help me with buying supplies, running a online shop through Shopify. And I'm still kind of working on that. I do have my Shopify page up. I'm pretty sure I have it linked somewhere. So the Manuela collection's on there. But at least you get a little taste and can experiment with it to see what you think. Like this scarf, I've washed it quite a few times. And it seems to be holding up pretty well. I just make sure I wash it in cold water. I really was trying to prevent bleeding from happening too. So, I washed it. It was double washed. So we shouldn't have any problems with that. But yeah, guys, I worked really hard on this. Very difficult to dye acrylic. I've dyed wool, I've dyed cashmere. That's pretty easy. But when it comes to a man-made plastic yarn, it's twice as hard. It's like two times the work. It's twice the work as compared to a wool or any other type of fiber. The natural fibers, they just they're a lot easier to work with. This is the hardest type of yarn to work with when you're trying to dye it. A lot goes into it. It's a lot of science. And yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love them all, but this one was really hard to do right here. These dark, vibrant colors were super hard to get. Yeah. But like I said, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I really appreciate everybody, you know, who was there to participate in the auction. It was tough times. I know a lot of people were broke in the checkbook area with the holidays and then Black Friday and stuff like that going on. So it's understandable. But it was so nice. We got some money raised for the children, and it's amazing. I love it. I love you guys. I just didn't want anybody to get discouraged because Anita worked so hard on those Grafgans. Those Grafgans are just gorgeous. They are beautiful. Like, you guys got a good deal on those because those are definitely in the $300 range. They're in that area. I mean, I'm not sure if she sells them, but they're up there. You know, she's worth it. And a lot of the other items in there, you know, you guys are worth it. So I don't want anybody feeling discouraged. And I think that's what hurts me the most. So I really wanted to thank Fiber Jazz Rebecca and Tracy Swan, you know, for giving it a try with these yarns. And seeing, because it's new. This is new, you know. It's a new thing. There's a lot you can do with it. So I'd like to see. And I don't care if it takes a year. I would like to see what you guys are going to come up with. Yeah, it's exciting. It's fun. But yeah, this is my Malabrigo acrylic. It's like, you know, that's the Prada purse right there. That is the hardest I've ever worked in my life on dyeing yarn was this collection. And it's limited. Like, this is all I have. And when it's gone, it's gone. I'm not going to be able to recreate it. I didn't write a recipe down. So that's what makes it special. Of course, I'm going to play around and experiment and try and work with some more colors and things to see what we get. But I will never be able to recreate this. That's what makes it special, unique, one of a kind. We like that. That's what this is about. That's what we want to do. We want to do stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, like a lot of people do the markets and have their little assembly line and make like 20 of the same things. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But I'm more of this type of person where I want everything to be different as far as colors, and I want somebody to have something different compared to somebody else. Whether I switch up the colors, I switch up the pattern, because that's what sparks my imagination and my creativities. That's what makes it fun and interesting, you know? Because I don't want to get bored or burned out or make it not fun if I have to force myself to constantly keep making the same things over and over and over again. That's not fun for me. I get bored with it. It's not engaging, And if I'm not in my happy place and I'm forcing myself to do it, that's not what we were going for. We're going for, I want to be happy, I want to have fun, and that's probably why I have a lot of whips. Will I pick up my whips? Yeah, I might pick up my whips. Or maybe I'll do something else. And if I actually complete something, I put all my time and energy into making something just so beautiful. And to be able to share that with someone, whether it be a gift or selling it, it puts your energy, that's your positive energy that you want to share with others to make them happy. And I think that's our goal. Let's just be happy, respect the artwork of others, and we are going to put value to it. It's very valuable to me, and it should be very valuable to others. So I don't want anyone getting discouraged because all of you are worth it no matter what. And I just thank you all for participating in the auction, and we raised quite a bit of money. And poor Billy, she's got to go through that. She's working behind the scenes, and that's dedication too. It's a lot of dedication. Nancy, you guys do a lot of work behind the scenes. It's a lot to keep up with, especially when you have all these other crazy things going on, and you guys, you're just not aware of seeing that. What the YouTube creators are going through behind the scenes, and how we have to get up on camera and try and pretend and act, like everything's okay, when sometimes it's just not, and we just have to let our feelings out and share some of our opinions. And I'm sure a lot of you see that, or maybe understand, getting to that understanding. So I hope everybody understands, and I was trying to do it the nicest way possible. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm like, hey, let's solve a problem here, okay? Because this is a problem, and we need to fix it. because you're worth it. All of you are worth it. You're worth it. We're all worth it as fiber artists. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're in the intermediate or advanced. Like, it doesn't matter what stage you are in your hobby. Everybody is worth it, every little bit. And for all of you that are making these gorgeous blankets, you know, my heart goes out to you. That's so much time and effort that you guys put into that. And it's really a blessing. Truly blessed, you know, that you guys are all coming together to help these children that are going through a hard time. That's what this is about. Helping these children and even their families that are going through a super hard time. You think you have it bad. You know, you're thinking, oh, I got this and that. And think about what they're going through right now. Because a lot of them probably have it 10 times worse, what they're going through. And to bring just a little bit of joy and happiness into their life, you know, it's worth it. That's what makes me feel good. And that's what should make you feel good too, knowing that you're able to help the community and participate in something like this to show that person you care. That you care. You know what these people are going through. You really do care and understand, and helping them get through it. And that child that gets these gifts, it means the world. It puts a smile on their face. It helps them get through their day when they're struggling. You know, I think it really does help. Just getting through your day when they're struggling brings a smile on their face. Gives them something to look forward to. It lifts them up. Lifting them up. Yeah, especially when they're not feeling good and they're sick. They have something that they can hold on to. They can see those beautiful colors, especially in the winter time too. Like, colors help me because in the winter time it's kind of dreary. So yeah, we love colors. It's just very cheerful. And it brings our spirits up. So let's get happy. You guys are worth it. All of you. I'm just very grateful. And I really wanted to shout out to Fiber Jazz Rebecca and Tracy Swan. I hope you guys like this yarn. I hope you guys make some very beautiful things. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Hopefully you can find my channel. I was trying to find you guys because I want to know what everybody's opinions are and things like that. Take it slow and just see how things go. Take it slow, see how things go. But yeah, we're going to set some rules and regulations, and we're going to have some standards because all of you are worth it. You all make beautiful things. And we're just not going to get into that ugly part anymore. Okay? We're just not going to tolerate that, but you're definitely worth it. You make beautiful things, and a lot of you got some extremely good deals from that auction. Those pieces are just gorgeous. Some of it makes me laugh too, but that's the good part too. It makes me laugh. You know, Billy made those tote bags. One of a kind. Oh, I love it. That's fun. It's a memory and I'm going to keep that tote bag forever. I mean, she signed it. That's a piece of art. I put that in a New York City art exhibit. Somebody might try and buy that for $50,000 and I'm going to be like, "No, that's my tote bag." It's crazy. Some of that stuff you see in the fancy art exhibits and stuff like that. But that's probably what it's about too. A lot of it is for charities and donations and stuff like that. But some of it is just so ridiculous. You're like, is that where your creativity just ended at, But oh. Anyways, Billy did a good job. She was very much into that and it made me laugh so hard. Because look, I always have this ball on top of my head. So maybe I need to get a tutu and it would be perfect. Spitting image, right? Get some razzle dazzling going. All right, well, I guess I'm going to get off of here. I just had to get that off my chest. And if it hurts my reputation, so be it. I just felt like we really need to talk about it, and get it out there. And we just shouldn't tolerate it anymore. I think you kind of see the gray areas in that, Yeah. No. We're more valuable than that. I'm not going to degrade myself, and I don't want anybody else degrading themselves. We're not doing it. We're just not going to tolerate that. We're going to lift each other up. And we're going to find that medium. We're going to have a balance. It just needs to be balanced out. Yeah. I really had to think about this for a while, you guys. I really had to sit down and think about it. I mean, I was upset. So I really had to just calm myself down and just really think about things and write it on a piece of paper. That might help you too. If you don't have anybody to talk to, write your feelings and your emotions down on a piece of paper so you can kind of go through it to see if it makes sense to you. It helps. Because everybody has their own opinions. And not all of them are wrong either. Just trying to be understanding and understand what's going on around you and coming up with solutions to make it better so we can all be happy again. Like I said, we got little bumps down the road. We just got to hit them speed bumps and we got to get over them. We're going to get over these speed bumps. So it's going to be okay. I'm here to cheer everybody up. And I thank all of you. I love seeing all those things. They were gorgeous, beautiful things that you've made, that you've spent so much time making. It means the world to me. I love it, and I love you guys, and I'm going to get off of here and take me a little nappy nap. And then I'm probably going to go back to work, doing some crocheting. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Keep in your high spirits. And I'll see you next time. Bye.